Maury Clinic provides the Salina community with a comprehensive spectrum of services delivered with compassion and sensitivity. We strive to create a partnership with our patients that promotes health and well-being in all phases of life. We care about our patients, we care about providing quality health care services, and we care about our community. Chances are you know many of us because Maury Clinic physicians live in Salina. We are coaches for youth sports teams and leaders for Boy Scouts and 4-H. We offer time, talent, and financial support to a variety of community events and charities. Our children attend school with your children. Our families attend worship services with your families. And we are proud to call Salina home. We have a vested interest in the success of this community, and we remain committed to an independent practice model that promotes our proud heritage and philosophy to provide quality medical care centered on the relationship between each patient and the physician of their choice. You have a choice for your medical care. Choose a doctor dedicated to the pursuit of excellence in healthcare services. Choose Maury Clinic.
What did that mean? Minor surgery. Not to me, it wasn't. I'm no risk taker. That's why I chose to have my surgery at Salina Regional. I wanted all the resources of a full-service hospital available to me. You know, just in case.
It's your choice where to go for surgery. Salina Regional Health Center, here for all your surgery needs.
The friendly staff at Salina Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Clinic, located at 523 South Santa Fe, are always welcoming new patients to serve in the areas of sports medicine, total joint care, and more. You can contact the office at 785-823-7213 or toll free at 1-866-406-4141.
And now please stand as the band performs our national anthem. Please remain standing and join in singing our alma mater.
Mustangs coming on the field. I believe the record's 4-4, isn't it? 5 and 3? Yeah, 5 and 3. Excuse me, folks. 5 and 3. And it's Newton that's coming on the field at 4 and 4. Now, before the season started, I would have said this would have been a very tough game for Central. And I'm here with Charles Ross. And the reason I said that was Newton had one of the best years they've ever had in about 20 years and also made the playoffs for the first time in about 30 years. I think it's somewhere in that area because, I mean, it's been a generation of people that have gone without a playoff game at Newton. But as we were talking to the coach before the game, we found out on their what we used to call soap and towel scrimmage. Now we call it the Powerade or sports drink scrimmage. He lost 3 of his starters. All 3 were seniors, including
key people. He said
key people: best lineman, best linebacker, and the best running back. And the linebacker or the lineman was also a state heavyweight wrestling champion last year. So it tells you what kind of athlete he is. And he hurt his finger to the point they had to do surgery on it. And it pulled the tendon off the bone.
that is correct.
Coach said he had a hold of the jersey hanging on and then it just ripped the tendon right off the bone. And they're trying to get him ready for wrestling so he can defend his state championship. Plus, he's had other injuries, including 2 more just last week.
Yep.
So right now he's sitting with 6 people off the field that are starters and key players. And that's the reason why you have the year that you've had.
That's right. That'll do it.
And also, that's not a very big squad. Now, maybe only brought 1 bus. I don't know. I do see I do see two buses over there, but it's not a real big squad. Last year they had a lot more people out, and Charles, when I were talking about this before the game, is that when you have a bigger pool of players to choose from, you have a better chance of getting athletes who can actually play the game.
Right, that's a very true statement. And we go back to the Schilling days when South was able to choose from that, and so was Central, because some of them went to Central at that time.
They had to split them up between the 2 schools because they said it would have been unfair for South to get them all.
Right.
Well, who cared about being fair? But yeah, there was, and Charles was a Schilling kid.
Yeah.
And we were talking about J.J. Walker was.
J.J.
Dennis
Miller.
Vincent, J.J. Miller. Dennis Vincent was.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of great athletes that came off of that Schilling. And I remember we had one, I believe was I don't know if he was supposed to graduate your year or the year before, I had heard about, but his family had transferred after his junior year.
Basketball players too, like Ray Edwards and
Ray was something else.
And we had Wayne Smith, who ended up going to Kansas Wesleyan.
Yeah, Wayne's family with the church, with my family at Belmont Boulevard Church of Nazarene. So we've kept in contact. He teaches up and coaches up at the Blue Valley area.
Oh, he does?
Yes. Well, Central has everything laid out in front of them. They got to win to get in. Now, since Great Bend has beat Newton, if Great Bend beats South and Central loses, I don't know, it's going to probably come down to points. If South wins, South is in and they'll be here next week. Central wins, they're in the playoffs and they're on the road. It's a chip shot.
Oh,
smart,
they're all over.
Smart move. What he should have done, he should have signaled fair catch, because then they couldn't have touched him. And he just could have caught the ball and he wouldn't have to. But that was a very smart move by.
So are they going to pull out all the stops tonight?
Coach.
They have nothing to lose.
I talked to Coach. Hang on, I got to move my thing around here.
Hand off to the fullback. He's breaking loose up the middle.
All right, down to the 40. I talked to Alan Schuler, and Alan told me that they have one thing in mind, and that's it. And that is they want to pound the football and pound it and pound it and pound it. They want to take it to this team that's really kind of depleted because of injuries.
Hand off to the tailback.
Yep, there's Dalton. He's still on his feet.
He's just breaking loose. Now this
Down
is
inside the 20.
that's that Central football straight up the gut, pounded right at you. You know what we're gonna do, and we're gonna come at you.
And the thing is, when you play a lot of experienced kids, you got a lot of sophomore, maybe some freshmen playing for you.
But really, Newton looks like the bigger team out there.
Here it is. He's down inside the 10. Yeah, they're just ripping off chunks right now. They've had 3 plays, and all 3 plays went for over 10 yards.
And look where they're at.
Well, that tells me one thing. The offensive line is just carving them up.
And that offensive line doesn't look real small over there. Look at that. The holes are wide open.
That's going to be the shortest gain of the drive so far, and that was play number 4. And I'm trying to watch the line play. But the other thing is Central is playing for a chance to go into the playoffs. So they've come out and there's fire in their tank. Go do that double lead. He's in.
Touchdown, Salina Central, number 23, Dalton Peters.
And we got kids, of course, the band, every member of the band is in some kind of costume. I told Charles when they came out of the field, it looked like they had opened the doors to the menagerie. And we got a lot of the kids here are in the cheering section are all in costume. Now, I don't know about you, but some of the costumes in this cold of weather, I don't know. Well, kick is good, and with 10:34 to go on the first period, you've got a score of 7-0.
And that's the first offensive time that Central's been on the field, and they just straight pounded it down the field.
That was 6 plays.
Straight pounded.
Yep, 6 plays.
You can't stop us, we're gonna run. Now, what are we gonna do on defense?
Well, if you're Coach Nate over the other side, what do you do? What are you telling your kids?
I'm telling them, let's pound it just like they did to us. Pound it straight down the field.
What are you telling your defense right now?
We got to get a stop.
Yeah,
let them know right off the top that who we are.
Guys, yeah, you can't give up them big plays, and you can't let your front 7 get dominated like that.
That's right.
When safeties and defensive backs are making tackles 15 yards down the line of scrimmage, you've got a problem. And now here's the question.
And then what you use as a motivator, you say, you saw how the offense marched it down the field. What's the defense gonna do?
Right. And the defense has got to step up. And they need to really set the tone right here on this first series of what the year is going to be like. Now, the only injury we got for Central right now is the kicker, Dane Hoffman, who has a shoulder injury. So he's still kicking, but he hopes he never has to make a tackle. Yeah, that kind of hurts you. And maybe that's why they did the pooch kick right there. His leg is fine, folks. He can kick just fine. He's got a shoulder injury.
Hand off to number 11, and he stopped.
Now this is where they're going to miss their best lineman and their best running back.
He stopped in the backfield, isn't he? Like he lost a yard.
I'm flipping the paperwork here. And number 11 is Luke Porter. He is a junior. They list him as defensive back or wide receiver, but they had to move him into running back because not only did they lose their starting running back for the year, but they also lost another running back in last week's game. He's looking to throw it.
Pass.
and they threw to the underneath man.
Oh.
Nice play. Nice play to 83. That's Josh Fulmer. He is the junior, 6'4", 295-pound tight end. And he came across underneath the linebackers, and the linebackers dropped too deep.
What did you say about giving up that big play?
Linebackers dropped. They had too much on the deep guy, and no one stayed in the intermediate ranges. And I tell you, Coach Benoit was yelling that out right now. I saw him as he standing there, he's hollering.
Number 11 with the carry, and he's cutting up the field. Couple of that's burst.
All the way down inside the 10.
On the carry for the Railers, number 7,
Cade Rinsberg, folks.
Number 11, Luke Porter.
Okay, well, you're going to see number 7, Cade Rinsberg, and he's a sophomore running back who really was only supposed to be getting varsity time as if they were way ahead or way behind. But because of injuries, he's going to be playing. Now, the good thing for that is next year it just makes Newton a better team with all these juniors and sophomores and maybe some freshmen.
That's a very true statement.
Getting some playing time, and that just makes you stronger.
Quarterback, he's keeping it.
They did the Wildcat, and he's going to take it down inside the 5.
Yeah, probably about the 3, huh?
Carrying the ball for the Railers, number 7, Cade Rinsberg. And on the tackle for the Mustangs, number 45, Brandon Wynn. Brings up 2nd and goal for Duke.
And for Central right now to be injury-free is really a blessing.
But that defense has definitely got to tighten up.
Yeah, they do. They got to start getting penetration. There's a fullback.
He goes nowhere.
And I think they're going to give him maybe about half a yard. Maybe. Let's see. I'm going to see if they move
I don't know how they gave him a half a yard.
Nope. The down marker over there, you see the 3rd down.
Actually, it looks like he lost a little bit of a...
Well, he didn't move his stick any. He stayed right there.
He probably can't see good still.
Guys, Charles Ross said that, not me. Here's a pitch to the outside. He tried to cut it back inside.
Wow, and 2 missed tackles too.
Yeah, they actually had him drop for a loss behind the 5.
Yeah. 4th.
Now you got 4th down.
Number 21, Bradley Williams.
This is where your defense can redeem themselves.
Yes.
For that big play they gave up and how they've let them march all the way down to the 3-yard line.
Well, they actually had 2 big plays. They had the pass play, then the run play. They got wide receiver split left and right, so they're trying to spread him out. He's going to roll
rolling out. Looks like he's going to pass.
He's under pressure. He's going to be sacked. He's fumbled. But that's okay. That was 4th down.
Yeah.
But what it does, it moves the ball a full 11 yards up the field. So instead of getting the ball at the 3, now you're having it at the 14.
Right. That was not a wise decision.
No.
Looked like he kind of fumbled on his own there.
He should have just thrown it away.
Right.
And made Central start their 7. I mean at the 3, excuse me. And that way then you got him pinned in a hole. Well, the way they ripped off chunks in that first drive, that might not mean anything. Yeah.
Whoa, whoa. That's a big guy. What's number, what's 70?
Number 70 is Caden Thompson. He is a sophomore, 6'1", 320-pound defensive lineman. He is their nose tackle.
And he's out of the game. Coach said, come here, let me have a chat with you.
Son, what's the number 1 rule about playing defensive line? Watch the ball. Oh, it's a quarterback keeper.
And
he's still running. He's going to be short of the 40. It's going to be about 15 yards. If he could have tipped that outside,
if he would have kept going
outside, the defensive back, there was only one out there, was tied up by the wide receiver.
Might have took it to the house.
Yep. He'd be celebrating 6 by now. All right, now you got that power eye. And they gave it to the halfback. And he's going to step out. They gave it to the halfback.
Looks like he got a first down.
They let the fullback and the tailback become the lead blockers. I kind of like that idea. And Dylan Whistle does have some speed to him.
Well, they usually bring him in the Wildcat, don't they?
They do. All right, now you got the offset eye. Is a give to the
fullback up the middle.
Now it's a race. They're going to mark him short. They're going to mark him short. They're going to mark him short.
Boy, if he'd had a little bit more speed, he'd have been in there.
Who used to say that?
I'm not sure.
I remember he said that on pro television one day about a defensive lineman picking up and didn't get very far. And he said, if he had just a little bit more speed, he would have got in there. But I thought Mr. McMullen was going to score on that one. Watch him give it to him right now. They are. Touchdown.
And he's in.
And you reward the guy for the carry by giving him the ball. Okay, that was a three-play drive from your 14.
We've already basically shown them that
four-play drive.
You're out for business, but you got to continue to pound it down.
And that was the shortest carry of the four plays, the 1-yard touchdown run. All the other plays went for over 10 yards again.
It shouldn't have been. It shouldn't even have been.
6:32 to go on the clock, folks, and we got to score Central 14,
Newton 0. A little bit more speed, and we would have had one less play.
Maybe he didn't have his bowl of Wheaties this morning.
That's it, or he didn't quite shift the gear when he was getting ready
I think he was in top gear. We just might need to work on his carburation system. And I tell you what, that's going to be a very happy young man.
Oh, yeah.
You get a nice long run like that, then to score. And being at the fullback position, yeah, you get a nice long run like that. Let's see if we can't get a 100-yard day out of Mr. McMullen. Last week against this Newton team, both the fullback and the tailback went for 100 yards against them.
Yeah.
So this team will give up rush yards. And Central hasn't thrown it yet.
The one thing is that they might have already deflated because they know they're really not playing for anything.
No. Their seniors are playing for pride.
That's it.
And the bad thing is, a number of your seniors are injured out for the year. So you want to play for your fellow seniors that can't play. Now they kick it deep. It's hitting, bouncing around. Oh my goodness, that wasn't smart.
Oh!
It's going to be down inside the 5-yard line, folks.
Now, what's the defense going to do? Let them move it down the field again, or?
Oh no, they got to lay their ears back and come after them right now. You got them pinned deep. You got to lay your ears back and go after them and get them.
Come after them hard, you're saying?
Oh yeah. If you can't get a safety, keep him pinned real deep and force him to punt out of their end zone. He's in shotgun formation, and he's just
quarterback's running it, and he's getting out.
Yeah, missed tackle. He only got a couple yards up over the 5. So he's
but
only
had
about
he not
2
missed
yards.
that tackle,
he had a tackle for loss. Yes.
Yeah.
By number 7, Javon Bruce.
Let's see what they do now.
Handoff to the. Oh,
tackle for a loss.
He's hit. Right there.
Back to almost to the original line of scrimmage.
And he didn't shoulder tackle him.
No, he did not shoulder tackle him.
Tackle made by number 18, Landon Turner.
All right, that's 2 good plays by the defense.
Yeah. They might have got a little energy jolt.
Either that or they got a little bit of a talking to on the sideline.
That's the energy jolt.
That's the energy jolt?
Pass.
Oh, that was a nice tip by Javon. The tight end linebacker, Mr. Fulmer, had gotten behind the coverage, but Mr. Burst playing free safety made a nice play and now just did a little dance step out on the field.
Yeah,
I don't know if I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. I talked to his dad before the game. I knew his dad, James, when he was a little boy, knew his grandpa and his great uncles. He's a left-footed punter. Caught at the 37. Oh, faked one way. He's still on his feet. Sorry, folks.
He did some dancing around there, did he?
It looked like
and then there's all kinds. There's flags all over the place.
I thought he was putting out a grass fire.
Yeah.
He did the do-si-do.
Yeah, he did.
That full 360-degree spin move was something. Coaches, when they go over to film and with the team, they're all going to watch that about 3 or 4 times. They're going to be laughing.
Yeah.
Now we got to see who the penalty's on. It looks like it's against Central.
Dead ball, personal foul. On return team, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Wow.
Now it must have been a late hit, or they didn't say flagrant, so it wasn't somebody hitting somebody. It was more like it's a late hit.
No fullback, wide receivers.
Oh, it was set up. One guy over there and 2 blockers. A great call, just a poorly thrown pass.
It was.
Mr. Gardner's got to get his throwing under control. If he would focus a little more on completing the pass, throwing an accurate pass, this offense would be dynamite. I mean, actually would be just dangerous. You got to get your feet set and follow through. He should have took it to the outside.
They didn't get anywhere on that, it don't look like, very much.
Got about 2 yards. But remember, we're over the 40, so we're in 4-down territory.
So we got 2 more downs?
We got 2 more downs.
Tackle made by number 57, Aiden Mills.
All right, now he's got back in the offset eye.
Whoa!
Dalton's got it down inside the 40.
Gain of 5 yards on 3rd down, number 33, Dalton Peters.
4th down.
Number 83, Josh Fulmer.
4th and a long 3, I would say. They got to get the ball right to the 35-yard line. And they set up in the power eye.
It's a handoff to Dalton, huh?
They're going to mark him short, and he's not going to make it. He's going to be short. That's the problem about diving. When you dive, you lose any momentum.
33, Dalton Peters. Tyler just short of the 1st down.
And that's why they always say running backs never leave your feet.
Yeah, should have stayed on the ground. That's good though if you need 1 yard or something, but when you need 3.
All right, here you go. The defense needs to make a statement again right here. Yep, I think number 24 jumped. Yep, number 24.
Dead ball. Encroachment. Defense.
Whoa. You can't be doing that, Stu.
No, he jumped in. That'd be Adrian Castelli. He was up in a blitz position and...
Well, Castelli doesn't usually do that.
No. That's just being a little bit too anxious. You want to be pumped, but you want to play under control. That was just a nice little quick hitter. They caught Central in a run blitz.
That was the hole that he ran through.
Yeah, Central was in a run blitz, and there was this nice little hole for him to go through.
Tackle made by number 18, Landon Turner.
Bit of a cold night tonight. Bit, I say, not real super cold. We'll be at work tonight, but
hand off to the fullback.
He might be short. Where they're marking him, he might be short.
Yeah, just a tad bit.
I think they might give it to him. Yep, they gave it to him. Because he didn't mark it where he first moved in.
First and 10 for the Railers.
No, he didn't make it by much. Central needs to stiffen up right now. And then you start getting...
Quarterback keeper.
Yep. Man, he makes people miss with that little hop step he has. And we got a railer down on the ground.
Tackle made by number 7, Javon
Like
Hurd.
they need another one of them.
No, they do not. They are definitely a mash unit over there. We talked about the one senior who had the tendon torn right off the bone on his finger. The other two seniors that were hurt in that Friday night scrimmage were two totally blown ACLs.
Yeah. Oh, he's up. 63. Oh, and he
went back to the huddle.
into the huddle.
He can't. He's got to come out. I bet you anything he had the wind knocked out of him. To get up like that, want to go back in?
Yeah.
Either he got the wind knocked out of him or he's in la-la land right now.
Maybe La La Land.
He got D-Bell
He ran
run.
right back in there.
Yeah, right back to the huddle. I'm ready to go, coach.
Yeah.
Give me the ball, I'll score. Son, you're a lineman.
Oh! We got
Yep, I
flags
saw it.
all over the place.
Yep. Moving back 5.
Dead ball. False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat. Second down.
Boy, this is
All right, folks. They got about 13 yards to go for a first. Second and 13. Linebackers are dropping back.
he didn't get anywhere.
No. He might get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Number 11.
Oh, and actually, he lost about a yard.
Number 18, Landon Turner.
He did. He lost a yard. Now he's 3rd and 14.
For the Railers.
Were they in 2-down territory?
You're 4-4. You got no chance for the playoffs. You're down 14-0. You don't even worry about stops.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, we got it. We might have. Oh.
Almost intercepted by Vance Johnson.
Yeah.
Pass intended for number 83.
Vance was all over that one.
He saw it, and he came off his man. He came over.
By number 4, Vance Johnson.
And actually, as he was going up, the wide receiver tipped it away from him.
Yeah.
Now that was a smart play by the wide receiver. When you know it's not yours, you gotta go from being wide receiver to defensive back, and you gotta make sure the defense doesn't intercept the ball. And he did a nice job there. All right, kid, folks, this kid is a left-footed punter, and he's doing the rugby.
Oh. Did it touch it?
Yeah, I did it. I thought it touched.
I thought it did too.
Number 7, come on first.
That's what you call the Australian rules type kick. Where you,
Like the kicking team, always placed at that spot, which is the 47-yard line.
so
So
it was actually touched by the kicking team, not the Central kid. If that's the case, you can actually pick up the ball, carry it, fumble it, and not lose it because it goes back to first touching.
Right.
I saw Lynn Barney do that for the Detroit Lions years and years ago. Here's that reverse.
Reverse.
It's gonna be a hold.
Flag.
That's over a 20-yard pickup. It's going to come back because of a hold.
Fourth set of bounds by number 21, Bradley Million. There's a flag on the play.
Holding.
The referee threw it.
He just said holding. That's not a good sign if you're the one that did the holding.
Nope.
Holding on the offense. A yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Repeat, first down.
Wow. Wow.
And since it's spotted foul, that's a 12-yard mark off instead of a 10. Now you got first and 22.
Wow.
That's okay. They've been getting 15, 20 yards of crack sometimes in some of their plays.
What are you saying?
It just gives
this
the
makes it
offense
more of a challenge?
It gives them more yards to rack up. He's only going to get about 3 there.
Rushing the ball for the Maroon, number 33, Dalton Peters.
They're trying to shut down that play. This is where you got to, if you've sucked them in, you got to throw it over the top to them now.
You know it.
And that's where Mr. Garner, that's going to be the end of the first quarter with a score of Salina Central 14, Newton 0. But this is where Central really needs to start moving, start throwing the ball. Devin's got to set his feet, get under control, see his man, throw, follow through right, and make accurate throws. Sometimes when you get great athletes, they think their athleticism can make the play.
Yeah.
But I remember a quarterback, I won't say his name, was at South a couple years ago, and the coaching staff came up to him and said, "Son, do you want to be a great athlete who played quarterback? Or you want to be a great quarterback who also happens to be a great athlete?" Well, he said, "Yeah, one will be that," but he never really did. He never really took his fundamentals seriously and never really used his fundamentals during game time. And that is getting your feet under control, getting your hands up, making an accurate throw, follow through, and at least make sure your mechanics is good. And you might say at high school level, does it make a difference? Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does. Whoa.
Well, who moved? They're going to say offense.
Offense.
Now it's going to be second and
Ball start,
26.
Offense. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
So you have no choice right now but to pass.
Either that or some kind of reverse play.
You better pass, Steve.
Reverse pass?
That will work, but you better pass.
Oh, I would. You know, I was a quarterback coach, so yeah, throw the ball. I have no problem with that. Just make an accurate throw. They ran the sprint draw instead. And he's going to get yardage, but not as much as they need. They're not up to the 40.
That so you could at least got to at least the original line of scrimmage.
They only gave him 5 yards on that play. I thought he got about 6 or 7.
Trips.
Tight end right.
Oh!
It was tipped, and he almost caught it. Well, now they're going to punt because the ball's at the 38-yard line, so he's not at the 40. All right, now there was a wasted offensive drive because of 2 penalties.
Yeah. That's called self-destruction.
Yep, shot themselves in the foot. Decent kick. It's fumbled.
Oh, and Vance Johnson has it.
Vance Johnson's got it. It's going to be at the 35. Vance and another guy was right there. As soon as he fumbled in the air, Vance just took it out of midair.
Yeah, I know. He grabbed a hold of that. And there for a minute, if you didn't watch it carefully, you'd have thought he caught it.
Yeah. And that's why they say be right there at the fair catch because he might bobble the ball. Once he bobbled the ball, you could clean his clock. Here's that lead by Dalton. There we go. Now we're starting to get those yards. That's a nice 7-yard pickup down to the 28-yard line.
And that
it'll be 2nd and 3. You got that power right. Here's this counter again with Mr. Wetzel, and he's going to get
up the first down for the Mustangs, number 23, Dylan Wetzel.
And let me see, he's going to get he got down to the 23-yard line. Sorry, folks, I was looking something up real quick. Couldn't find it, so gave up.
Fake. It's a reverse again.
He's going to score.
Oh!
Touchdown, Salina Central, number 20.
They ran it again.
If it's not what?
Don't fix it. And I'm telling you right now, the reason they came back with that, because every time they've ran that, they've always come back to either a double lead or a pulling a guard and for Dalton Peters to the right side. So the defense went that way, and he would have scored from the 99. Kick is up and good.
And that's all set up by the defense originally.
10:46 to go in his second quarter. You got to score a Central 21, Newton 0.
The offense gets the 7 points, but that truly was set up by the defense.
Yep. Now, the question is,
go Mustangs!
You think Central will put another score on the clock, on the board before halftime?
Oh, yeah.
I think so, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Now, if you could force another turnover, you could actually put 2 up there.
Yeah. And that's not out of reach, really. You really want to look at it, you know.
No, because you almost had 2 interceptions, one by Javon Burst and the other one by Vance Johnson in this first half.
That's right.
And this turnover was on a muffed fair catch by the punt returner.
And it was one of their key defensive players that got that.
Yes. All right, Dane Hoffman's got the ball teed up at the 40. He's kicking it deep. Caught it about the 13. Knocked out by Vance.
On the return, number 7, Cade Renfro.
Gonna mark him out to 21.
Vance Johnson.
Mark him just short of the 21. Well, I don't know about you, but when I got out of the house tonight to come to the game, I smelled wood smoke all over the place. People cranking up those fireplaces.
Fireplaces.
Makes me wish I had one. My next house will have one if I don't get one put in this house. Oh, they're running a blitz.
Oh!
Oh, and it was still caught.
Oh!
Oh, it's a fumble.
Oh, fumble!
And it's recovered.
They got it! Central has it. They might get two scores out of this, Stu.
I want to see the replay on that. It was tipped by defender.
Number 7, Javon Bird.
Another wide receiver, not the intended receiver, caught it. He was running with the ball. He got it stripped and knocked out. It was picked up, ran back to the 16. Now, there's your turnover.
In the other district game, after one, Salina South and Great Bend are scoreless.
He's looking to throw it. He's got him.
Wide open.
Touchdown. And he had the other guy, the far side, open too. Both guys were open. Now this time, he stepped back, set his feet, and made an accurate throw. Kick is up and good. 10 minutes and 25 seconds to go. You got a score of Central 28, Newton 0. And I believe we were at the 10:46 mark with the last score.
Yeah.
So only 21 seconds went off that clock. Kickoff, one play for the offense for Newton, fumble, one play for, what's that?
You think they got 2 more scores in them?
Maybe. That was quick. You scored 2 touchdowns in 21 seconds? Yeah.
There's one more in them for sure.
I believe so. There was an announcement that after one quarter at Great Bend, it's 0-0 for South and Great Bend. South is down to not having their 2 top running backs both out. And their 3rd string running back, who's their starting linebacker, Sam Corona, is playing that, and Sam's got some speed. He's not as fast as McCullough or Turner. But I don't think it's going to remain that long. I think South's athleticism, the rest overall team will force something. Great Bend's not a really good team this year.
Kickoff. What are we going to do this time?
He's kicking it deep again. This time at the 11, he almost took a knee. That's when you come down too fast. The 2 guys were there, but they came down too fast and let them run right around.
Right, yeah.
You got to break down into tackling position. You got to widen your stance, lower your center of gravity.
You got to tackle them and quit throwing them shoulders. You see there's a couple of shoulders thrown in there.
No, you got hit and wrap.
Yeah, that's it. So the defense is on the field again. Are they going to score them a touchdown or something, or?
Oh, I know the defense would love to score a touchdown. It's a quarterback keeper.
Run.
He's going to get about 2 yards, and that's it.
They're trying to strip the ball.
Yep.
Sometimes that's dangerous. They get extra yards, Stu.
Yeah, but if you've got one guy who's got him, the second or third guy can come in and strip.
But if you try to for the strip,
yourself
from the start.
Yep. We see that in college or pros all the time. Guys bigging up extra yards because they were going for a strip and then missed the tackle. All right, he's in shotgun formation.
Oh, he fumbled it, but I think he got back down on it.
He did too. That was close because the Central kid was right there.
He fell straight down on it. I mean,
okay, that's a loss of 4 yards. Back to the 27. Now you got 3rd and 12.
He's rolling out. A good.
Oh, he's going to have first down too. He's going to have first down because they blitzed and really did not have him covered.
Yeah.
They blitzed and did not keep him covered, and he got all the way up to the 40-yard line. Well, I don't know if Coach Nate has that. Once you're at your 40, you can go for it on 4. But he's at the 40.
The quarterback keeper.
Oh, he missed tackle. That would have been either for a yard loss or right at the line of scrimmage. Got to keep your heads up. Someone's down for Central.
Rushing the ball for number 12, Jack Kingsley.
And he's not moving.
Not at all.
Number 35, Jacob Lyles.
Number 45. Is that Castelli? Who's that? Number 45? No. Brandon?
Brandon Wynn. He's one of their defensive linemen.
Yeah.
Mike's going out. Usually you don't go out unless you know it's serious. Or it could be serious. And the way he laid there not moving. And what are you seeing with those binocs?
He's still there. He's just sitting there.
What are they working on?
His leg. Oh, he's up.
The knee.
No, it's right below the knee. They were working right in here.
Oh, the shin.
Cramp. See, because
he went back to huddle, but he can't go to the huddle.
No.
He's got to come to the sideline.
Oh, probably old cramp down in there.
Either that or he took a shot on the shin.
Yeah.
And that hurts.
Yeah.
Oh, that hurts. And anyone's walked into a table with your shin, you know what I'm talking about.
Shotgun again. He hands it off.
And he's going to
Number 21.
He's going to get back. He's actually going to lose a yard.
The one thing that they're going to
39.
A lot of them was trying to strip the ball. They're trying to get another score.
And maybe that's one of the problems they've had throughout this year is for Newton by not having your starting tailback in there. You got your inexperienced running backs playing, and they have a tendency to cough up the ball.
And Central must know that.
Saw that in film.
Because that's what they're definitely trying to do, to pass. He's going nowhere.
Yeah, he's going to be sacked for a loss, back to the 37-yard line.
Number 65.
And number 29.
That's a 4-yard loss. That'll be 4th down and 13 from there, excuse me. Well, they gave up the 1 first down up to the 40. After that, nothing. After that, really.
Enough time on there for them to pound it in there?
Oh, plenty of time.
2 scores or maybe just 1?
You got time at least for 1. You're sitting on all 3 of your timeouts. Going to be a holding right there.
On who?
Or a block in the back.
On the return for the Mustangs, number 24, Adrian Castelli.
It's going to be right at about the 43-yard line.
Tackle made by number 22, Brendan Powell.
Killing the block in the back. On the return, team. 8-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
You know, that's not where they had without the 43, so they took it back to the 33, not the 35. He marked off 10 from where the ball was tackled, where he went down. But the flag was sitting on the 43, unless he picked up and said the flag should have been at the 45. But I didn't see him move the flag.
No. It's a handoff to the fullback. He's breaking tackles.
All the way up to over the 40. He's feeling it tonight, Charles.
Yeah.
The fullback is feeling it.
Picking up 6 yards for the Mustangs, number 44, Michael McMullen.
He said, I want my 100 yards, coach.
And he's headed that way.
It's a quick pitch.
Dalton, he's cut the corner.
And he's gone way out over the 50, down inside the 50, down to the 47-yard line of Newton.
He's tackled by number 12, Jack Kingsley.
And that's the chunks we're used to seeing.
Yeah. That's back to Salina Central football.
Well, it's when they don't make mistakes is when they're moving the ball.
Yeah. That's very true, Stu.
And that's they should not be making these mistakes this time of the year.
Whoa, fullback again, up
down inside the 45, down to about the 43. It's going to be a 4-yard pickup. And what that is doing, folks, is that is keeping the linebackers, the middle linebackers, having to stay home just that split longer, which opens up the outside for the quick pitch.
Or over the top.
Yeah, but still, just on the run play, it opens up the outside for a quick pitch.
I can see it coming over the top. Well, there you go. But it wasn't open.
Making people run this again.
He got that by himself. They were there.
Yes, he did. All the way down to the 29-yard line.
He got that on his own running.
He had initial blocking up there in the front, but he just made.
There.
But he made people miss.
You're all right.
Get it. To see what's going on here.
It is.
The double lead with Dalton again. Now, you saw how the lineman came in and hit a defender trying to take a tackle and help drive him forward.
Yeah.
That you can do, as long as you are trying to hit a tackler to get him off the ball. I've also seen where defensive linemen come back, try to help make a tackle and drive the ball downfield. That frustrates me no end when I see that.
He's under center
Got
again.
the offset eye.
And off to the fullback.
Back to the fullback again. And he's going to have enough for a first down.
Boy, that fullback is he's going to get that 100 yards tonight, ain't he?
He's got to be close. He's got to at least have between about 70, 75 by now. Because that long run, but up 50 yards.
Yeah. Back, he's got it again, Dalton Peters.
He's still on his feet.
And he's broke loose again.
Down, always down inside the 10. That's going to be first and goal from the 6.
He broke several tackles
But the thing is, he might not be as fast as some of the Central running backs have had in the past, but I say he's probably one of the most shiftiest I've seen.
He breaks a lot of tackles.
He sidesteps, he avoids tackles quite well.
It's Dalton again.
He's going to take it down to they're going to mark him down to 2.
4 yards on the carry, number 33, Dalton Peters.
So what is this? It's his turn to score now?
I believe so.
It's Dalton again.
Is he going to be in?
And he's
Touchdown.
in.
Touchdown, Salina Central, number 33, Dalton Peters.
34-0 still.
Do you go with your starters in the second half?
I am the first part. Yeah, I learned that one from you. I think I just give them out a good series, let them see what they can do, and then I pull them.
Kicking something good. So with 3:43 left to go in the second quarter and the first half, you got a score of Central 35, Newton 0. Now, these are the kind of scores we're used to seeing of a Central game over the years.
Yeah.
Against a lesser opponent. Yeah, I say you play one series. Then you start mixing them in.
Yeah.
Then when you get down towards the end of the third quarter, first to the fourth, and you still got this sizable lead,
Second string.
everybody, second, third string.
So you can get that feel.
All righty. Well, it's a crisp night, and the most part, it's been a crisp offense by Central.
Well, they're hitting on all cylinders. The defense, the special teams, you name it, they're hitting on all cylinders.
Oh, yeah.
Your support is very much appreciated.
Charles, you got your watch handy? It's not even 8 o'clock yet, and we're almost done with this first half.
Yeah. Makes for a nice and early game.
Yeah, it does. Gives me time to go home and switch out my gear for work. Well, here comes the kick from Dane Hoffman.
Oh, to the other side.
Yep.
Oh, to the middle.
Oh, about the 18-yard line. And he's going to carry it up to where? 33. No, excuse me, 27. Wrong side to 30 there, Stuart.
Yes, sir.
On the return, number 10, Cole Kerner. Making the tackle for the Mustangs, number 35, Jacob Lyle.
All right. The officials change out the ball. In shotgun, kept it.
Oh, nowhere.
And he's going to lose 4 yards on the play. And the way he was holding that ball out there like that, I was expecting to get knocked out of his hands. They shot linebackers through. And the first guy took the running back, and second guy, Landon Turner, took out the quarterback. Now, starting with this drive, the last drive, Newton had the ball. They seem to be going backwards now. They're supposed to matriculate down the other direction.
Fake pass. Oh, he had him too, Stu. What about the mechanics that time?
He threw behind him. He just threw behind him. He did not set and throw accurately. That was just a poorly thrown ball. And I don't think it was so much mechanics. It was just threw a little bit too quick maybe. But the ball was thrown behind him, and the right receiver tipped it up. And if Vance Johnson could have caught it, he was in for 6.
Yeah, all day.
So they got these corners got to be aware of this quick. That's a quarterback keeper. They should have had him 5 yards further back.
Ball carries number 7, Kate Rensburg. He's tackled by number 35, Jacob Lyles.
And there's number 7 is that sophomore I was telling you about. Now that bodes well, very well for Newton when you have a sophomore who is a good athlete like that.
That's a real good.
I mean, this is a tough year for them.
Another score in?
Yeah, they've got time. You got 2:06 in county, and you still got 3 timeouts on the clock. One of the down linemen for Newton was late getting on the field.
And he boots it.
A line drive.
He's got it. Oh!
He's got a block.
Oh!
They're going to call the block.
Of flags.
They're going to call a block in the back there.
Returning the punt is number 7, Javon Burrs.
About the 48.
On the play. Flags on the play.
Yeah, that's right.
Multi-flags on the play.
What did he say? There's flags on the play.
Illegal block in the back. On the return team, 10-yard penalty in the spot of the foul.
Oh, John Mez said there would be laundry on the field. And if it's that many, it'd be a whole basket full.
Yeah.
As they take the ball back to inside the 40, they would have had the ball down around about the 30-yard line if not for those penalties. You got 1:36, 3 timeouts. You got plenty of time to score. He's faking it. He's rolling out, throwing.
Oh! He threw a little bit short, didn't he?
Yeah, he short-armed that. He didn't follow through.
Had he thrown it long, he had a man.
On that play, you got to throw it long and where only the wide receiver get his hand on it. All right, we're going to do a quick pitch.
He turned it on. He turned it on.
He's still going. Yeah, that's it. He got out of bounds all the way down inside the 30, down to about the 27-yard line.
Tackled by number 40, Ty Vogt.
And you didn't burn a timeout, and the clock is stopped. That's about a 32-yard play.
Handoff, Dalton.
Oh, nice, huge hole. And they're going to...
Carrying the ball for the Mustangs, number 33, Dalton Peters.
You see how close that is to the first down.
Number 34, Nolan Brill.
Wow, it looks like it ought to be a first down.
They're going to mark it down as second down.
Wow. Well, they don't need very much to get that, Stu.
Quarterback keeper.
Oh,
to McMullen, and he's going to score.
In.
Touchdown, Salina Central.
Wow.
Nice call, nice play, nice execution.
All of it, it was. Coach Hall's got him hitting on all cylinders tonight, wouldn't you say?
I would say so. You've had one series that didn't go anywhere, but that was because of 2 penalties.
But I mean, just as an all-around game, with your special...
It's up and good.
When your special teams are hitting, your defense is hit, your offense is hit.
Yep.
What more do you need?
Well, with 1:01 to go in the second quarter and in the first half, you got to score Central 42, Newton 0. And the one failed drive that Central had.
Halftime in Great Bend, the Panthers lead the Cougars 7-6.
Ooh, 7-6. Okay, but with the one failed drive that they had, you have the punt that the punt returner muffed and Central got. So it was kind of like a long pass play, you might say, because they just took right over and scored on the very next play.
Yeah.
$42-0. That's
101 left to play in the first half.
He first caught it. Smart move at the 28.
By number 17, Landon Moore.
I don't know if that was so much of a good move.
Yeah, it does, because it didn't take any time off the clock.
Well, how does he know he couldn't see? He didn't have the mindset. If he had the winner's mindset, he would have took off as fast as he could.
Unless he was told by the coaches not to do that.
Well, that you got a good point.
That way you give, 4, 5, 6 seconds more for your offense to work with.
Your offense ain't been doing nothing all night, though, Stu.
They've moved a little bit once.
Only to self-destruct. They was on the 3-yard line. Oh, and you're gonna tell
there's a sack. Boy, there's a sack and a half.
Stu, and you're gonna tell me that was a smart move there. Our offense, we might need to cut the time on our offense.
The quarterback has got to make a smarter move. He's got to either throw the ball away or take off.
Yeah.
And that's where, when you have inexperience at quarterback,
you're looking for the future.
Yeah, you are, because their quarterback, number 14, White Dickinson, is out.
Oh, nowhere.
Another tackle for a loss.
It was like, hello, we're
back
here.
Back to the 15. Now we've got third and
out. It's
third
5
and 23.
seconds, 4 seconds, 3.
This is 3 drives in a row where Newton has gone in reverse.
That's halftime at Salina Stadium. After 2 quarters, Salina Central leads Newton 42-0.
You guys score with 42-0, folks. That is really something else. And we will see you at the Maury Clinic halftime show. Welcome to the Maury Clinic halftime show. Charles, we're sitting at a score of 42-0. It's been dominating. I don't know if that's even the proper word for it. The only time they did get a first down was because of blown coverage by Central's defense.
Yeah.
Really, Newton hasn't really moved the ball a whole lot. When they did, they keep shooting themselves in the foot.
I mean, I don't know, really. There's very little that Coach Hall can go in and say, we didn't do this because they've hit on special teams, they've hit on offense, they've hit on defense.
Yeah.
When Newton was on the 3-yard line, the defense stood strong
and held him. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was their opening drive, and they haven't done anything since.
No.
And again, what helped them on that drive was a couple blown pass coverages by Central. They gave up big yardage for them. But the one thing, if I'm Coach Hall, and I know Mike like I do, he's going to talk about that opening drive. He's going to talk about the one failed drive by Central, but they got the ball right back because the kick returner for Newton bobbled the ball, and Vance Johnson just took it right out of there.
Yeah,
And then they scored in the very next play. So it's almost like you could say it's one drive, but it's not. He's going to talk about the 2 penalties that shot themselves in the foot there and stop that and force that punt. I know he'll talk about that.
Right. But really, the one with Vance, if you wasn't watching closely, you would have thought he caught the ball the way he ended up with the ball.
Yeah, he did. They had 2 people, just like Charles and I, and the punt returners right there. Vance was here, and I didn't know who was here. And you're taught to be there in case there's a fumble. He gave the fair catch signal. He bobbled it. Ball bounced up. Vance just took it and he took off running, got 3 yards, but then he marked it back where he took it, where he first got the fumble,
right.
And then they score. Now the other thing that I think Travis Benoit, who is the defense coordinator, is going to be talking about is missed tackles.
Yeah,
and you
part of
about
that is we're stripping the ball rather than wrapping up and tackling.
Right, and now when you were talking about putting your shoulder in, show them what you mean by coming in with me.
Well, they should be hitting them here, and we're wrapping around them. Instead, they're hitting like this. And I'm talking about just throwing the shoulder in and expecting them to stop. They're not stopping.
Right, and you've got to hit, wrap, you're taught to lift.
That's right.
Now, if you can't lift him because he's a big boy, you hit
drive.
Wrap, and you drive, and while you're doing that, you're slowing them up for someone else to come in and give that second hit.
That's right.
And that's the difference on good tackling and poor tackling. And I can tell you right now, both these schools, South and Central, teach good fundamentals.
Yes.
It's just when you get out in the game, kids don't always play the way they're coached. And you can't do anything about that.
And some of that's that TV. They see them do it on TV, they want to try it.
Yeah, we call that the ESPN stigma or problem, because they everything's on ESPN. They want to see that big play.
That's
you know.
That's
now,
it.
if you're Coach Nate Wallenberg and you're here for Newton, what are you telling your guys in the locker room right now?
Well, wow. I'm telling them we got to come out the second half and we've got to play one step at a time. We score one step at a time. We bring ourselves back in the game one step at a time.
And that's what you got to do. Well, the score is 42-0. Thank you for watching the Minor Clinic Halftime Show. We'll see you at the start of the second half.
Show is senior Caitlin Spielman. This will feature twirler Molly Bradbury. Next, the band will perform the 80s pop tune entitled Ghostbusters. It will feature color guard and Molly Bradbury. Color guard members are Tatiana Ballard, Sarah Bartz, Perry Cox, Lenora Dyke, Hannah French, Haley Holman, and Bailey Steinley. Here's Ghostbusters. Mustang Pride Band is directed by Ben Rohr and Jake Montoya. Color guard instructor is Kelsey Houston. Twirling instructor is Linda Staven. Percussion instructor is Dean Kranzler. The Mustang Pride Band traveled to the Hutchinson State Fair contest last month for a competition. The band received a superior rating for their performance. Congratulations, band. Also, don't forget to join the band in the drum line after the game under the bleachers for the post-game concert. Kicking units is the first line of Central belonging to number 6, Dane Hoffman. Back deep for Newton. Number 11, Luke Porter, and number 7, Kate Brentford.
Well, they're getting
Here we are for our
off.
kickoff, folks. Thanks.
And it's a boot.
Welcome to the second half of Friday Night Football Week number 9. And Central's kicking off to Newton. And they're going to get up to looks like about the 27-yard line. It has been a one-sided, dominating game.
Number 27, Zane Heigl.
And I kind of figured it might be this way, especially after talking to Coach Nate Wollenberg. With the number of injuries he's got of key players out for the whole year, 3, if you missed the first half, we're in the Friday night scrimmage before even the first game of the season. And he's had more injuries since then.
Wow, nowhere. He didn't go anywhere.
They jammed it up. I expect to see maybe Central's defense even step it up a notch. You got to start elevating your play. You got playoffs around the corner.
Well, I don't know how much more you can elevate it tonight, Stu. Like I told you earlier, they've hit on all cylinders.
Well, they've given up some yardage, and you want to start seeing penetration by your front 4.
But when they give it up, they were able to pin them to stop them from getting in.
Timeout, Newton. Newton had something with their formation that the coach didn't like. And you got to feel for Coach Nate on something like this. When you lose probably 3 of your best players in the scrimmage before the season ever starts, all 3 seniors, leaders on the team, you lose more since then. You've got 6 of your starters, key starters, out for the game. You had a successful year last year. You made the playoffs the first time since probably Christ was born. You know, it's really been a tough year for them.
And I could see that, but you know, this is the things that make you a stronger coach. When you're able to go out there and coach in this type of atmosphere, when it comes time to you having those good teams, it makes it all that much more better.
Oh, I can guarantee it. I guarantee it. It does. But also, it allows you this year to, and here's the
pass.
To throw it. He throw the underneath guy.
Oh, good hit.
He's going to throw a flag.
Oh.
He's going to throw a flag for walking over him. He sure did.
Complete to number 20, Zach Gade. Tackle made by number 27, Zane Heigl.
And he's going to mark out 15 against Zane for walking over him and not stepping back. The way he stepped over him.
Yeah.
And that is a taunting type of deal, and that's not allowed. And I say good call. I would have thrown the same flag. That you don't do that, especially when you got them down 42-0. You just don't do that. You got to play with some class.
It was a good hit, though.
It was a heck of a hit.
Oh.
Well, he's still going to be tackled for a loss.
Quarterback Jack Kingsley is sacked.
Let's see how far they're going to mark him back.
Looks like about 4 yards. 3
Well,
yards.
That's good to hear. Brandon's back in the game. He went out in the first half. I think he only went out for a play, but
yeah,
we couldn't tell if he got the air knocked out of him or when, and then we found out it had to be something with his shin, a lower leg.
yeah.
He's looking to throw it.
Oh, and he's wide.
On a quick slant. He's going to be short of a first down, though. It's going to be down to the 40.
It's only third down, though.
The cornerbacks cannot give him that much cushion.
Tackle made by number 35, Jacob Lyles.
Are they going to run that play all night long?
Well, they're figuring they need a little bit of time on the field. They're tired of standing on the sidelines. It's cold tonight, Stu.
It is warmer when you're out playing, I will admit.
Yeah. Just as long as we don't let them get anything over that 0.
Yeah, I know it's a defense like to pitch a shutout. He's got enough for a first. He's down to the 38.
Carrying the ball for the Raiders, number 11, Luke Porter. Tackle made by number 45, Brandon Wynn.
Woo. Well, we're supposed to have our first good hard freeze of the year tonight.
Oh, we are.
That will help all of those with allergies.
Like me.
If you got any plants, you want to get them inside tonight.
Oh. Why did he throw it there? He had him open the first time.
Yeah, and he hesitated, and I don't know why he did, and maybe that's
part of the play.
Now, he's a senior quarterback, but he's not the starting quarterback. The starting quarterback is out. From what I understand, he's the backup, and he just did not.
He had him open there.
Oh, yeah, he had him open for sure.
But he hesitated, cocked it, and reloaded.
That's the number 7 who was.
New ball carries number 7, Cade Remford.
He is a sophomore running back, 5'11", 165.
They're bringing out some other guys. It looks like.
All right, now what's up? What do you think? What are they going to do?
You can see it pass.
No, I think you're wrong.
Oh!
Didn't have to. Did not have to.
It's cold outside. Coach, there's going. Coach, we want to stay out here just a little while longer, Coach.
Yeah, but I don't know how well that will play with Coach Benoit.
Oh, yeah, or Coach Hall. We just want to stay out here a little bit longer, Coach.
They want him to force that
we'll get
ball
off.
and give the ball back to the offense. He's rolling out.
See?
There should be a flag. There should be a flag, and there is. He was across the line of scrimmage when he threw the ball.
It was picked off, too. Wasn't it Vance Johnson?
No, incomplete.
Oh, was it?
Incomplete. He was across the line of scrimmage when he threw the football. Both officials got it perfectly. Illegal forward pass. That's only 5 yards. I thought illegal forward pass was a 10-yard.
Illegal forward pass by the offense. Quarterback with the line of scrimmage when he threw the ball. Includes loss of down.
5 yards in. 5 yards. I knew there was loss of down, but I thought it was 10 yards and loss of down, not 5.
Uh-oh, he's going nowhere.
Yep.
There's a gang of them there. That defense was all over him.
They're blitzing. They're run blitzing, pass blitzing. Doesn't matter what they're doing.
On the carry, number 21, Bradley Nolan. Making the tackle for the Mustangs, number 18, Landon Turner.
Well, I was wrong early, folks. It's their starting quarterback is out for a year, and not their starting tailback. Your starting tailback, 21, is the one young man who had a great year for him last year. He's had a decent year for him this year. Just hasn't had the blocking. Graduation, lost some people. Then your top offensive lineman.
Oh, they threw it up. Oh, and it's a, oh, yep, boys, you're coming on in. You're not going to get all that, you're not going to stay that warm.
You know, and they had a decent little drive going for themselves. Had a decent drive.
Number
and then
7, is he a sophomore?
He's the sophomore.
And, you know, he pitched that ball back like that. That's a time where he shouldn't
Yep.
have made that decision.
Yep.
But that's where inexperience comes in.
And they had the ball. And they actually were driving. And then mistakes. They shot themselves in the foot again.
Yeah, now if they put up another one, it's time to bring them out, don't you think?
Oh, yes. They already got it.
Wildcat.
Yep. I wonder if they call that the Mustang.
Is that the Mustang now?
Number 23, Dylan Wenzel. Tackle made by number 83, Josh Fulmer.
Mr. Gardner comes back into the game. There's that delayed.
He
For
gained
Dylan,
that all
even
on his own.
for Dalton, even to get back to where to make that, he should have been tackled for 2 to 3 yard loss or more.
Yeah. Ball carrier for Salina Central. Tackle made by number 66, Hunter Lanier.
Now, when you've got a defense blitzing, those delay plays, those don't work very well.
So we got 2 downs to make this anyway, right?
Well, yes, they do, especially since he's over the 50. Here's a quick pitch.
We got it there.
And he's down to the 45.
We got the first down.
Picking up the first down for the Mustangs, number 33, Dalton Peters.
Get up a little hobbly. Right, looks might be a right ankle.
Tackle the Raiders, number 12, Jack Kingsley.
Now we're going back to the Wildcat.
Has he thrown the ball yet out of that?
I do not remember, not this game yet, no. But he's got the fullback, McMullen, right beside him. It's a lead blocker. Nice hole. Way to pick your way through it, down inside the 35. That's enough for a first down. Oh, yes.
Number 23, Dylan Wenzel on the rush for the Mustangs. Being at 12 yards on the play, good for a Mustang first down.
I just let him go and run a few plays in a row. They haven't stopped it.
No. They're alternating them, it looks like.
That's what I was thought, but I wanted to see a couple more.
Fullback, but he goes nowhere.
Yeah, there was no hole there for him.
He's not going to get his 100 yards like that, Stu.
No, he's got to be close to it, though, Charles.
Yeah.
Number 44, Mike McMullen. Tackle made by number 39, Kyle Kelsey. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Mustangs.
All right, let's see what they do now. Second and 10.
Handoff. No, he kept it. He kept it. The quarterback has it with a first down.
Go down to
oh, no, he's probably about a yard short or
26.
2 yards.
Number 9, Malcolm Gardner on the
He's
carry.
a few more than that.
I think he's going to be about 3 yards short.
Picking up 7 yards on the play.
Yeah.
Tackle made by number 83, Josh Fulmer.
That was a good play. Good call, wouldn't you say, Stu?
Yeah, you know, I've been calling it from the start of the year that they need to use him and his legs a little more often. He's watching the backfield judge, waiting for the 5-second count to start. There he goes. That's going to be tackled for a big loss because Mr. McMullen missed his block. And that's where Dalton has got to read that and cut up inside.
They sniffed that all the way, it looked like.
Yeah, they did. Now you got third down and about 9, they're saying.
What are you going to do? Pass?
I'd do a rollout, and if it's not there, the run.
You know what was up earlier? That screen play?
Yeah.
Now would be the time to come back to that, I would think. We ain't used it. They're going up top.
There it is.
Oh!
He's going to lose yardage on the play.
Wow.
Now, the first time they tried that, it was set up.
Wide open, too.
Wide open, and it was a poorly thrown ball. This time he got the ball to it, but it was very well defensed.
Yeah. They must have had the same idea.
Either they were listening to you. All right, they got to get the ball to, I believe, about the 23-yard line. He's got 3 wide receivers.
He caught it.
He caught it.
Gardner's pass is complete to number 23, Dylan Whitzel.
I didn't think he had caught it.
Nobody will never know. That's a done deal.
It is a done deal.
You know how you scoop it up off the carpet?
Yeah,
it's a done deal. There's
no red flag to throw either.
That's right. Oh. Wow.
Touchdown.
Salina Central, number 33, Dalton Peters.
I think that's the last you see of the starters.
It should be. So how will it end up if South loses?
And then it goes down the point differential.
It don't go on head-to-head then.
It can, but I think it also there's some about point differential comes into play. All right, with minute 41 to go in this third quarter, you got Central 49, Newton 0, and I don't think you see the starters anymore on offense.
You don't think so?
No, I think you bring the young kids in and give them some experience. You can give them over a quarter's worth of experience.
But you keep your starting defense out?
What's that?
Does your starting defense stay out there?
Maybe. You start mixing them in. You mix them in. I know to the defense, pitching a shutout was something they would love. But right now, you're also playing for your next year. You want to get your sophomores and your juniors that haven't got a whole lot of playing time on the field and get some experience. The more experience they get here, the better off they'll be next year.
This is true.
So this is when you got to focus on the future. Yes, you would love to pitch a shutout. Cut at about the 23. And he ain't going to maybe get up to 27. Because it was kind of a pooch. It hung up in the air long. It gave the coverage team time to get down there and make a play.
Tackle made by number 15, Jalen Parks.
He's a shotgun formation. still gonna. He handed it off to the up man beside him, and
he got loss of how many yards?
Looks like about 4.
Ball carries number 11, Luke Porter. Tackles made by number 27, Zane Heigl.
Yeah, it's a loss of 4. You got 2nd and 14. Again, shotgun formation. They handed it to him, but instead of going to the right, he came back to the left with it.
Really, they can't afford to be running the ball.
No.
Tackle made by number 24.
You think they've just given up?
No, but I think, and as inaccurate as he's been, I mean, there should at least been 3 interceptions by Central. There's been a couple other passes tipped by Central. They don't want to throw an interception this far down their in their side of the field. I mean, that was a quarterback keeper, and that didn't go anywhere. He lost yards again.
Get ready to punt.
Yep.
Well, maybe it'll be in the 4th quarter at least.
That drive didn't go anywhere.
By number 66, Grant England.
That's the end of your 3rd quarter. With the score is Central 49, Newton 0. I think we will see the 2nd string offense now.
Well, Central's probably on. They're on to the playoffs. I wonder how South's doing.
I was wondering that myself. Well, she is a bit chilly tonight.
Yes, she is.
And like I said earlier in the game, it's just the reason it seems so cold to everybody is because our bodies are not acclimated to it. Later on, when it gets down into the 20s, the 10s, the 0s, we'll be more acclimated.
Yeah.
Any other district game with 4 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, Great Bend leads 21-14.
Well, they just gave a score.
Scored a 2-pointer too.
South is down 21-14 in the 3rd period. But when you're missing your 2 starting tailbacks, that's got to hurt you.
There he goes. There he goes.
He's going to score. He's going to score. No flags. No flags whatsoever. All right. That's just not the nail in the coffin. That's the coffin being lowered in the hole and dirt being thrown on top. And then one of the Newton kids got hurt on a crackback block, legal block. He didn't see it coming, and he got decleated. I think that's the word. Well, with 11:46 left to go in this 4th quarter, excuse me. You got scores, Central 56, Newton 0. Now, before Coach Willenberg came to Newton last year, this is the kind of scores we're used to seeing playing against Newton. Last year, you couldn't do that. Newton beat a lot of people last year, made it to the playoffs.
boy, if South don't started doing a little something there, sounds like this is going to be the first year they ain't going to make the playoffs in 3 years.
Well, no, they'll still make the playoffs if they won't have a home game. They'll have 2 wins. It'll come down to them in Central, and if it's head off, then South will win the district. If it's differential, because of this score right here, Central. Now it makes you wonder if both those injuries to both McCullough and Turner, if one could have played, if that's been the difference. But the game's not over, still in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah.
And South still has a lot of weapons on that field, especially with Dalton Wasserberg at quarterback. Yeah. The way he can throw it and he can run it. You also got Stegmeyer, the fullback. So there's now a little pooch, kind of a high pooch, caught about the 26-yard line. He's going to get up to, looks like, about the 32.
Well, why didn't he just flag it so the offense can have plenty of time? They need a lot of time.
Oh, they need a lot of time. And you actually can fair catch a kickoff.
Right, they did it earlier.
Tackle made by number 31, Darian Burrs. Salina Central. That's their first timeout of the second half.
Timeout Central. They're switching out the defense. They're switching out the defense.
Oh, some of them ain't liking it neither. Look at them.
Well, they don't want to give up. They don't want to give up this shutout. That's what they don't want to give up.
You pulled Vance Johnson, you pulled Burrs, you pulled Costelli. That was
21-14. All right, well now, Great Bend. Well, now Central's got 11 guys out in the field. The first group went out, there was only 10. And this is the second string defense, folks. He's running it. Throwing to the underneath guy, and there was nobody with him. Nobody, absolutely nobody went with the tight end who came from the far side of the field. And that's got to be a linebacker or a safety on that side of the field. It's got to go with them. I hear a lot of yelling from the Central coaches out to the defense. Almost an intercept. It went through the wide receiver's hands, and the defensive back. He was open. Yeah, they're not picking up the tight end or the inside receiver very well as he drags across about 5 yards down, 5 to 8 yards past the line of scrimmage. They're not picking him up. Even the starting defense gave up a couple of pass plays on that kind of play.
He's rolling out.
He's keeping it.
That's that sophomore right there.
Yep, it is. Got the ball down to the 30.
Number 17, Remsburg, the ball carrier. Tackles made by number 31.
And I can say the second.
That first string defense they're probably not liking this right now.
Nope, and the second string offense is coming in because I see the second string quarterback was taking practice snaps on the sideline. So
yeah.
just a lead missed tackle, more missed tackles, another missed tackle.
Touchdown.
Yep, touchdown.
Touchdown here, number 21, Bradley Miller.
And that was just, that was just missed tackles. That was nothing more than missed tackles, folks.
You know what the starting defense is saying right now, though? Coach, you should let us stay out there.
And I know that's what they want, but you got to have your eye on the future.
Yeah, and that's why you're the coach.
Matter of fact, they even had the second string out there on the extra point. Yeah, none of the starters in. And I understand that. Get your starters on the sideline where the worst thing they can do is get a splinter from the bench. And since these are metal benches, I don't think that's going to happen. Well, let's see how Central's second string offense does. And will Coach Willenberg keep his first string defense in? Again, you got 10-33. He got a score Central 56, Newton 7. Matter of fact, the Central coaches have left the press box. Kick deep. He's going to carry up over the 25.
Number 23, Dylan.
So what are you saying? They've already, the ladies already sung? Or?
For Central, yes. She sung, put her coat back on, is back in the trailer getting warm. If she's smart,
That's
she
that
just.
old good night, Irene.
If smart, she just would have had him do a soundtrack of her, and never even left the trailer and stayed warm. Yeah, this wasn't very well blocked out there. I think he got back to the line of scrimmage.
So what do you say? We got the JV out there now? Is that what you think?
Oh yeah, we got JV all the way across the board now. It looks like to me the starters are still in for Newton. Too many men in the huddle? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I see 11.
What did they do?
12 men in the huddle. 12 men in the huddle. He must have ran out from the huddle to the sideline. And the referee saw it's an immediate flag. He's still on his feet, still fighting, up over the 30.
On the carry for the Mustangs, number 80, Jack Griffith. Tackle made by number 34.
Well, that was a nice little run. Wow, I mean, the crowd is really thinned out. They're back home, listening to it on the radio. There's a quick pitch. I think he might have enough for a first down. You actually got a first down after having a 5-yard penalty. Gunamong is the backup tailback, or I guess second string, third string tailback.
Mustangs is number 10, Colin Blackham.
I'd like to see what kind of arm Mr. Blackham has. I don't expect to see him throw it. They want to run out the clock. He's got to run faster than that. He was being too attentive.
On the carry for the Mustangs, number 80, Zach Griffith.
He was being too attentive.
Yeah.
You got to run faster. You got to run and then make your cut, make your move. What are you going to do? Lost 4 yards. Here's a quick pitch to him. He's going to get up close to the original line of scrimmage.
On third down.
And a defensive lineman got a hand on slowing him down. If not, he probably would have got more yardage.
Gunamong is the Mustang ball carrier. Brings up 3rd and 11 for Salina Central.
The lineman got to hold that block just a little bit longer. You got 3rd down and 11. Well, that helped. That gives you 3rd down and 6.
Dead ball, encroachment, defense, 5-yard.
Well, if they did it once, maybe they'll do it again.
Another first down, you thinking?
They need another first down. You got 6:54 and ticking on the clock.
Well, what difference would it make, Stu? It just give the other team a little, maybe an opportunity to get 14. And they get the experience, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. It's a quarterback keeper. He didn't have enough for a first. He's over the 50.
A flag. There's a flag on the play.
At the 45, might be holding, or a block in the back.
Block in the back.
Block in the back.
9-yard carry by number 10, Colin Blackham.
That's going to be nullified by the 10-yard penalty.
There's a flag on the play. Illegal block in the back. On the offense, 10-yard penalty. Repeat, 3rd down.
Now, so if you have first down over the 50, you've got 3rd down and about 14 from your 35. That's about a 17-yard difference on ball position and having a first down. Let's see if he can throw it.
Hands it.
Yeah, there was nothing fancy there. They were not going to take any chance of giving that ball up.
The ball for Salina Central, number 14, Connor Martin. Tackle made by number 40, Ty Vogt.
Well, we got the punt team out there. And since we're not across the 40, it's punt time. Oh, nice high kick.
Nice punt. Oh,
Fumbled
and he
again.
fumbled. Looks like he got back on it.
He did. If that Central player would have just been a step closer, there might be a whole different situation.
Well, they had some of the first string defensive players in there for that play.
It's a halfback throw.
And he's wide open.
Yep, he was too. But the first string offense is still in.
Tackle made by number 17.
And this is where I think Coach Willenberg's making a mistake. He needs to put his second string in there and give him some playing time for next year. He's got the first string still in, and I think that's a mistake. I know you're getting beat 56-7. There's no way you're going to come back and win. Give your second and third stringers a chance to get some experience. As far as I can see, it's all first string still in there.
But he's got some sophomores, those guys that are.
Yeah, but they've also been playing most of the game.
Yeah.
More missed tackles again.
They're liking this.
Making a tackle, number 31, Darian Bird.
Well, you got 4:12 on the clock. And you got Newton driving to try to score their second touchdown in the game late in the fourth period against the second and third string players of Central's defense.
Pass. Oh!
And that defensive back was way off. And if he would have caught it, he would have scored. He was way off.
You know he would have scored. He's like, but again, like you said, you got first string playing against.
Yeah, but you can't be that soft. You got to be up on him a little bit more. I mean, there's no way he would have recovered to make the tackle stop the touchdown.
Maybe they're looking at, they're doing like their first stringers.
That's just that lead.
Wow.
He's going to be shot short of the 10. We first down in 10 from just outside the 10, so you could actually get a first down and not score.
They're going to try and score, Stu.
Oh,
they're
yeah.
going to try and put that 14 up there.
You got 3:55 and counting. He's in shotgun formation, probably be Wildcat, exactly what it is. 2 missed tackles. And he's going to be bound about the 5-yard line.
Making the tackle for the Mustangs, number 40, Isaiah Veal.
Well,
are they going to get it in, Stu?
I think they will. 3:11 counting.
Back to
he's
pass.
Looking to throw it, and he's got him open.
Oh, overthrew him.
Yeah, but that wide receiver was not running very hard. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did see
He was not, and if he had ran like he should have,
He probably thought it wasn't going to be thrown to him.
You still got to run your route.
You do. But is that a backup?
It's a backup. No, I don't think it's backup. I think that's still your starters in there for Newton.
That's not good.
Yeah, that's going to show up on film. And you're going to get talked to.
Oh, his own man.
Actually,
tripped over his own man.
Yeah, tackled for a loss.
By his own man.
By his own man. Give the tackle to the offensive lineman.
Wow.
Making a tackle for the Mustangs, number 43, Joshua Walters. The 4th and 6.
4th and 6.
Fourth and 6, Stu, what are you thinking?
Roll out and give him the option of. It'll be incomplete, and Central will take over the ball.
Incomplete. Mustangs take over on down.
Now, you go second string defense now if you're finally Coach Wallenberg? I would, but he didn't with that offense last series.
7 minutes left in the 4th quarter in Great Bend. Salina Southeast, Great Bend, 28-21.
They gotta win.
There's a quick pitch. Oh, he's got some room.
Oh.
He's got to learn to stay in bounds, though.
Yeah.
He's got to.
Number 19, Sumjai Kunawang.
He's got to learn to stay in bounds. Once he got first down, go down and take a knee.
Yeah.
You can slide out of bounds, doesn't really matter. Right. Once that knee goes down, that's where you're down. Doesn't matter if you slide out of bounds.
Right.
But once you go down in the green, before you hit that white, the clock will start moving as soon as they move the chains. But you got him out of the hole.
Yeah.
They're still fighting. And Coach Wilbur is not using his timeouts, which is good.
Zach Griffith. Tackle made by number 70, Caden Thompson. Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Mustangs. Under center for Salina Central, number 2, Jake Bellery.
.107 left in the game.
And there's a lead. And folks, I've got to say goodbye. I've got to get to work. And I will see you next week if we have a playoff game. Where? Hopefully it'll be here, or South Winds will be here. If not, we'll be on the road somewhere.
Well, we got 43, 42.
I guess I can wait real quickly.
You ain't got no time, Stu. This game is history. Where Central's hitting on all cylinders, going into the playoffs. We're done.
Yeah, he just took a victory knee, and that's going to be it. Well, that's it. I'm going to run. I've got to get to work. It's Halloween night. Make sure that the kids are on campus behaving, and I'll let Charles wrap this up and finish for you, and I'll see you all next week.
At the end of the regular season for the Mustangs, they finished the season with a record of 6-3.
I'll talk to you later, man.
All right.
Tune in to KSAL 11:50 a.m. tomorrow morning. Hear Coach Hall at the Coach's Corner, Cape at Russell's Restaurant at 7:30 in the morning.
Welcome to the post-game show, and I'm here with Coach Hall. And Coach Hall, tonight, I think you guys hit on every cylinder.
Yeah, we really did. We played pretty well. There was a couple of hiccups there in the first half that we would have sure liked to fix there, and stalled two drives on offense, but picked it up pretty well, and then got some turnovers, scored on special teams, and really got things rolling there in the second quarter.
Yeah, I don't see. I was sitting up there as I was watching. I said, well, you can't be too displeased with the special teams scoring, the defense scoring. I mean, I think in that first drive they gave up a little bit, but they got them down here to the 3, and looks like they shut the gate, said you ain't going any further than this point.
That was real big because at that time I believe it was 14-0, or no, it was 7-0, and if they score there and answer, then they think they're in the game, and it was big for our defense to rise up and keep them out of the end zone.
I know your starters did that. I don't think they scored until you put in your other guys, but right now is the time you need to be hitting on all cylinders, and all I could sit up there and say was, boy, they're hitting on every aspect of the game. I mean, there's some areas you can always improve in, but this is the time where you need to be hitting in every area. Tonight, you guys showed that you were hitting in every area.
Yeah, we did. It's been a steady progress over the last 6 weeks for us, and we weren't as good early as we wanted to be, but I think we've gotten to a level now that hopefully we expected to get to, and really continue to build off the momentum that we've got going.
And so, do you know who you will play next week, or is it
if the scores hold as they are, we'll be playing Wichita Heights at Wichita Heights, which is a 7-2 team and pretty good football team.
So I'd just like to wish you good luck next week, or with whoever you're playing. And I think if you're hitting on them cylinders like you were hitting tonight, I don't know who's. I think any team's going to have a tough time with you.
We sure hope so.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mowry Clinic provides the Salina community with a comprehensive spectrum of services delivered with compassion and sensitivity. We strive to create a partnership with our patients that promotes health and well-being in all phases of life. We care about our patients, we care about providing quality health care services, and we care about our community. Chances are you know many of us because Mowry Clinic physicians live in Salina. We are coaches for youth sports teams and leaders for Boy Scouts and 4-H. We offer time, talent, and financial support to a variety of community events and charities. Our children attend school with your children. Our families attend worship services with your families. And we are proud to call Salina home. We have a vested interest in the success of this community, and we remain committed to an independent practice model that promotes our proud heritage and philosophy to provide quality medical care centered on the relationship between each patient and the physician of their choice. You have a choice for your medical care. Choose a doctor dedicated to the pursuit of excellence in healthcare services. Choose Mowry Clinic.
What did that mean? Minor surgery. Not to me, it wasn't. I'm no risk taker. That's why I chose to have my surgery at Salina Regional. I wanted all the resources of a full-service hospital available to me. Just in case.
It's your choice where to go for surgery. Salina Regional Health Center, here for all your surgery needs.
The friendly staff at Salina Sports Medicine Orthopedic Clinic, located at 523 South Santa Fe, are always welcoming new patients to serve in the areas of sports medicine, total joint care, and more. You can contact the office at 785-823-7213 or toll free at 1-866-406-4141.